Hey, Bobby. It's our understanding you're retiring. Butchie let me know they're having a little party for you. And wish we could be there, but since we can't, we're going to send a little something out to you. So we always had some great times together. You know, it's every now and again you meet somebody who has a little twinkle in their eye that just says, you know, we may not survive this adventure, but if we do, we're going to have a hell of a story to tell. So I wrote a little song about one of our adventures. I could have probably written 4 or 5 songs, but here's one. I just call it The Battle of the Unabomber. Okay, here we go. Just sit right back and I'll hear a tale of a fateful trip that started from Tim Hortons camp aboard a tiny ship. Well, actually, it was more of a paddle boat. And for those who don't know the background story, if anybody else is watching this besides Bobby, we were holding a in-service party at the Tim Hortons camp. We were going to have an in-service there the next day, and I think it was in April or something like that. Still pretty cold weather and so on. But you know, we were partying with the usual gang. You know, Tom Wilson, Butchie Borden, Charlene Whalen, Scott McLean, the usual gang of idiots from Truro Junior High. And later in the evening, we started doing a little exploring around the grounds. At some point, we lost Tom Wilson into a groundhog hole. That's a whole other story that we'll tell another time. But anyway, as it ended up, we found the docks. And lo and behold, at the docks were some paddle boats that weren't locked up. And as you can imagine, you know, it was very tempting for us. So Bobby suggested, maybe we should take one of the paddle boats, paddle across Malagash Bay to his cottage, which was probably about 3 miles across the bay in April, and stay over at his cottage and get somebody to pick us up in the morning for the in-service. And of course, the more rum we drank, the better it sounded. And so lo and behold, about midnight, I went up to my suitcase, grabbed a pint of rum that I had there, and we set out with the pint of rum and about 3 miles between us and Bobby's cottage on Malagash Bay. And this is the story that resulted from it. So here we go. The mate was a mighty sailing man, skipper brave and sure. 2 passengers set sail that day for a 3-mile tour. A 3-mile tour. We set out from the dock that night, fueled by demon rum. We were sure we'd make Bob's cottage before the morning come. Before the morning come. About 200 yards from shore, the wind started to blow. Undaunted, we pedaled on, though danger lay below. Though danger lay below. The waves, they broke into the boat. The weather was quite rough. Thank God that cold, cold water sobered us both up. It sobered us both up. And so we turned back to the shore, but flailing in the waves. We'd saved ourselves from ended up in a cold, watery grave. A cold, cold, watery grave. Discretion is the better part of valor, so they say. And as it was, we survived that night to party another day. To party another day. But the moral of our story is very sad to say. When the Unabomber parties, it's best to stay away. It's best to stay away. When the Unabomber parties, it's best to stay away. Happy retirement, Bobby, and hopefully the next time we see you, it'll be in Nova Scotia, or come to the Blue Water area and we'll get into some trouble around here. Love you, man. Cheers.
Congratulations.